In this episode, I'm finally getting back out in the field for some real game hunting. And I'm hungry. Flea marketing, yard sales, come what may. And you know, I'm not expecting a huge haul my first time back out in so long, but you just can't predict what's going to happen on these adventures. So it's early, I'm walking around, and I'm seeing a lot of nothing. Just some cheese titles here and there. Real bad condition. I gotta get deeper in and flush out some real prey. I see a lone Wii game sitting out, which is normally not exciting, but it's Punch-Out! It's Punch-Out! And it's white label, and it's minty fresh. I never bought Punch-Out for the Wii, I just didn't. The opportunity never presented itself, and then it went out of print and the price shot way up, and I don't pay retail. Now eventually this game got a greatest hits release and became a $20 game again, but then that's retail and it's red label, so I avoided it again. But this is first party goodness that I've desired for a while now, for a long time. It's Punch-Out, baby! The seller was asking $10 and we settled on $8. I'm finally getting Wii Punch-Out. They also had a 360 copy of Skyrim. It's vanilla, but it's sealed, and that's always enticing. Skyrim is my favorite game of all time. I don't hesitate when I say that either, even being a vintage gamer like I am. I love it that much. I bundled these two games for $10 total, and now we've got some blood flowing. I'm seeing a retro bit handheld in the box here, holding up a stack of horrid Wii games. I've seen these in stores before, but was never interested in them for the price they go for. It's in new condition, but it wouldn't have been for long. Left on with the batteries in it, good thing I'm finding it now. This thing kind of has a crappy screen with washed out colors, but it has some pretty cool games on it. I mean, games that would be nice to have on a pocket portable. Bionic Commando is on this. That's both a weakness and guilty pleasure of mine. And they only want $8 for this unit. I don't know what these things retail for normally, but for only $8, I'm doing a no-look on this one. It's coming home with me. These Wii games are nothing but Just Dance trash. But there's a lone Scooby-Doo here, whom I also hate. But I don't think this one's worthless. I may be thinking of a Wii U Scooby game, but I'm thinking this is worth more than they're asking. And either way, we can sit back and rag it at least. I mean, I'm sorry, I know he's timeless to most, but I cannot stand Scooby-Doo. He makes my dung bubble. Him and Shrek, the overlords of shovelware hell. And they make for some smelly old games that plague the Fromunda crusted bottoms of the most fearsome bargain bins in retail existence. But still, I can't shake the feeling that this is not worthless, and for $2, I'm doing a no-look on this one too. So I'm seeing a copy of Devil May Cry on PlayStation 3, DMC. Since 5 came out, I've been on a bit of a DMC kick, and I've been wanting a copy of both this and the HD collection. Devil May Cry games are just plain fun to play. button mashing goodness that's technically only as complicated as you want it to be, combos and style points and whatnot. This table is mostly priced at retail, and this game is no exception. He wants $4 for a $5 game. But it's in good shape and it's complete and I want to play it, so I'm grabbing it. And doing business with the retail guys can sometimes be leverage for better deals on something else on down the line. So I'm seeing a table covered in just straight up trash. Garbage. But there's controllers here, and not just any controllers. They're N64 controllers with light gun barrels on the ends of them. Yeet! Yeah, it's one of those zany old plug and plays like I like. Never seen this one before, and it connects together for couch co-op. I have to have this. There's also a GameCube controller here that needs new thumbsticks, but I'm pretty sure I have those in stock. Dude only wants $5 for the plug and play and insisted I take the GameCube controller for $2. I offered him $4 on the plug and play, got them both for $6, and I gotta say I'm happy with that. I find a stack of random games and a bin full of controllers and other odds and ends. I'm definitely scoring something out of this. I'm seeing GameCube controllers, N64 controllers, and I find a copy of Karate for the Atari 2600. Karate is a Froggo Games cart like Task Force and some of them others, but it's a broiled turd of a game. 2 stick figures duking it out. At least, I think they are anyways. Typical 2600 game. And I do need it for the collection. Dude's asking $3. That's more than likely fair. There's a Wii Sports in here too, and my goodness, I've sold enough of those to wallpaper the Taj Mahal twice. The game still sells though, and it's a pack-in game, but Wii Sports is practically nostalgic at this point. It was so much frickin' fun, and I honestly could still enjoy it now. I'm getting this copy for $2. I believe that dog will hunt. Now here's that NFL Street 2, and it's a GameCube copy, baby. The Street games are super fun and still really collectible, but the GameCube copies are most desirable. Some nutbag wrote all over this, but I can clean it up a little. Again, NFL Street is super fun, and I wouldn't mind seeing current gen iterations of the Street franchise games. I think I'd be a buyer on those. He's asking $3 for Street 2. It's complete. I'm definitely scooping it up for that price. There's a Mortal Kombat Armageddon for Wii here. Got that prismatic cover going on. I'm still trying to come down off a Mortal Kombat buzz because of that arcade 1-up cabinet. This game is actually pretty cool. I like the character designs and the move sets. I've had this game come through before, but never really spent any time on it. I really wouldn't mind fooling with it a little now. And this copy is in really good condition. Dude only wants $4 for it and it's complete, so another fair price and another cool game coming home with me. I ended up buying an armload of controllers here. Paid $8 a piece on the N64 controllers and $6 a piece on the GameCube controllers, which is totally worth it. These aren't in bad shape. I'm going to clean these up. They're still highly collectible. Still always sell these things quickly, so that's just more money I can funnel right back into the project. I'm hitting yard sales now, and I've stumbled onto some
disc-only diarrhea.
But these titles are what I want done. There's a Crash Team Racing here. I need this. Bought a collector's edition copy of this for $5 last year that ended up defective, but I kept the case. I'm going to end up with a complete copy now for disc-only diarrhea price. There's a Crash Bandicoot 2 here as well, and I just don't leave Crash games behind. They're hella collectible, and they've experienced quite the resurgence, since the launch of the Insane trilogy and all the CTR remake hype. I was never a fan of these games really, but I'm trying to give them a second look here. And regardless of that, disc-only games need to be buffed clean and given a new chance at life. There's also a copy of Tokyo Xtreme Racing here for the Dreamcast. And I'm in sore need of some Dreamcast games in my library. I hate that it's not complete, but I don't find many Dreamcast games in the wild. Tokyo Xtreme Racing isn't really the best racing experience out there, but again, it's a Dreamcast version, and I really need games to play on that system. The condition issues here provided leverage to get all these for $1 a piece. And I'm thrilled with that. A complete CTR for the PS1 and a Dreamcast game is the perfect end to an already bountiful pick. So what can I say? I'm back in business, literally. I'm back out in the field, and it feels amazing. My collection is growing again, and so is my bankroll, which means more productions right here on the channel for you to enjoy. There were some very cool games scored today, and this pile far exceeded my expectations for my first time back out in a long while. Now it's just time to bask in the afterglow, enjoy some of these games, and get ready for the next adventure. See you next time.